I went to Japan and found real-life Noragami locations, some from the manga, the anime, and visited some really meaningful shrines. And it all started with this book right here, Noragami, the Stray God. Now, if you don't know what Noragami is, it's okay. I'll explain just a little bit for you. This is Yato. He's a war god. He's also homeless. He's trying to find new worshippers so he can get his own shrine one day. He can't be picky though, so he takes what he can get.
But I gotta ask, does a dog really need its own mansion? No way! It's even got a heated floor!
I've also got something really special in this box. And they put a little yukine on there. What a nice little touch. But we'll get to this a little bit later. The first shrine I went to was Yushima Tenmangu, which is a shrine dedicated to Tenjin. This shrine shows up a lot in the series, and I was instantly filled with this feeling or emotion. I'm not even sure what to say, but I just felt like I was there. I mean, I guess because I was there, but so many scenes were popping in my head, like I was actually hanging out with Tenjin and Yato and the crew. Just felt like I was a kid staring out the window looking at my imaginary friends. It was the first time I saw these emmas. You basically buy one, write your wish on the back, and hang it up. And considering it's Tenjin shrine, you can expect some wishes to be about passing school tests. Tenjin is also associated with bulls because the bull pulling his cart at his funeral stopped and wouldn't move any further. Then they built a shrine where the bull stopped. In the anime, he's one of the more known deities, and you can see he's got a big donation box to match it. This is something I got from the Tenjin shrine. Not a cherry blossom, it's a plum blossom. They're shaped differently. I got this because of the plum blossom poem.
Don't you have copyright law?
They expire 50 years after death.
It's see-through, you can see me. Hello. I bought this little scroll thing. I got it because it reminds me of Tenjin Shinkis. I only read the manga at that point, so I actually didn't know what colors the Shinkis were. I also learned that this thing is not a place to rest, but it's where you throw your money into before you say your wish. The 5 yen is very significant. You see, Yato requires a down payment for his services.
You charge for this?
Damn right I do. I'll do it for this.
Huh? 50,000? 500,000?
Foolish mortal, I'm a god. And everybody knows that a monetary offering is 5 yen.
Yen?
Speaking about 5 yen, Yato keeps all of his 5 yen in a bottle.
And it's non-refundable!
So I wanted to do the same thing. I went to my parents' house, asked if they had a bottle of vino. They said, yeah, in the recycling. Didn't find one there, but I went back into the house and emptied out one of their bottles into another bottle, don't worry. I spent like 10 minutes trying to get the sticker off just to realize it doesn't fit. Yato's got some special bottles or something, or he's a god so he can do whatever he wants. Let's continue. For those who don't know, Hiyori is the girl that saved Yato from getting hit from a bus. She didn't know Yato was a god, and although she did save him, she was the one who got hit by the bus.
Hey, aren't you missing something?
Her spirit left her body and now she kind of bounces back from the far shore and the near shore. Yato said he'd fix her for 5 yen, but honestly he has no clue how to do that, so she tags along for the journey. Come to think of it, I don't know why Hiyori was able to see Yato, because you're not supposed to be able to see people from the far shore. Unless you're a kid, animal, very desperate, or they interact with you. I really like how Yato explains it. If you're at a restaurant, without looking, how many waitresses did you see today? You don't process these people and it's just quickly forgotten. But you bet your bottom 5 yen that I went to the place where they first met. Right when we got to the station, bada boomskis. We're in the anime. These are the streets that they walked. I'm never gonna wash my shoes again. Do people wash their shoes?
I'm here with Niza. She's been here for like 6 years? 6 years? Yeah, it's pretty long, She's my tour guide. And she's bringing me to one of the places that I've wanted to be at for a long time. So I'm really, really excited for this, and I can see it on the other side.
Now I know you don't know what you're looking at yet, but this is the start of everything. Would you look at that lamp?
That's where he slept. I'm not gonna go sleep on it, don't worry.
Oh no.
I can't express how surreal it was to be here. And now that I'm watching the anime, it just adds another layer of awesomeness. Like, I was there! One thing I found a little creepy was seeing a paintbrush on an Emma. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but if you know, you know.
Here's a spot to grab your fortune. You take 100 yen and you put it in the little box and you make a wish and you grab the fortune. The fortune is in Japanese, so Niza's gonna read it for me. Oh wait, I'm very indecisive. You know, it's a good thing if I don't have much to wish for, it means we're at a good place. Niza's like, can you just do something already?
Niza explained to me that this thing can give you all kinds of luck.
I could get bad luck from this?
Yes, you can. Chukichi. basically means normal luck.
I have to keep this, right? Or else I get bad luck.
Mine is little luck. Okay.
It's so surreal to be right here, right now. That's where Yato was sleeping at Tenjin's shrine. Like, he'd just be sleeping right now at that spot.
Probably having a beer.
I'm gonna go throw in my 5 yen, give a shout out to Tenjin. I'm giving a YouTube shout out to a god.
I made sure I was extremely respectful and followed all the proper procedures while being here. I guess I could have lifted up my pants a bit more.
Wow.
Also, I really like this style of paper, which I learned is called shide. I can only say it like that because that's how I heard people say it on YouTube. Shide. Fun fact, kami is God in Japanese, and kami is paper. Kami. I know I did that joke already, but it's still funny. It was really hard to say goodbye to this place.
Niza said she found the, oh my god, she did find the Lawson.
See that pole? I
You recognize the pole?
All right, check this out. Lawson, blue lines, skadoosh. Guy back there on a bike? Not a stretch. Green rails? You kidding me? Look at those green rails.
This is exactly where Hiyori was in the anime, behind a Lawson, in front of a Lawson. There was a bus right there. She ran in and saved the cat. Another bus. There's just so many, but no wonder Hiyori got hit by a bus.
Guys, I'm so happy about this video. I can't begin to explain the feelings I had exploring and discovering these places in Japan. Like, just look at this one more time. Come on, it's so cool. The next destination was a Bishamon shrine, the warrior god. I literally just read that chapter in the plane, so it was super fresh in my mind. I know it's geeky to say, but I was thinking they must be having a meeting in there. If I knock, will she answer? She never answered, and he never knocked. But he felt the presence from real world to the anime. The level of detail is just out of this world. Get it? Like they even kept in that sign.
And now we're walking on the same path as Bishamonten.
I ended up buying a bunch of little charms of Bishamon. I feel like it'd be a good protection, you know, warrior god and everything. Check this out. The little stamp that they sign with the calligraphy. I keep it in this super fun book. My mama got me this. Real Italian leather. You know, something that really got me into Noragami was not just that Yato was a homeless comedic god. It was also the Ayakashi, which are these like phantom like spirits. They're from the far shore, but they live among the near shore. And I found it so interesting that they can impose thoughts on people and really just influence what they do. Here's an example. There was a whole classroom who was being rude to some girl, and that was creating more and more Ayakashis within the room, pushing them to be more and more mean.
It's just a waste of space. Oh God, please help me.
I like to imagine that it's the same thing with real life. In a place where it's just bad energy, there's just a whole bunch of Ayakashis, and Yato needs to come and slay them. And even if there is no Ayakashi in the room, they can be created by someone's stress, anger, sadness, or even as simple as being stressed for a test in school. There's a little quiz, multiple choice. The last spot I went to visit was the Ibizu Shrine, the fisherman god. Kind of felt like a business area, which was fitting. He also looks nothing like the version we know in Noragami. And he's a very famous beverage of the alcoholic kind. I went to go eat before I visited the shrine. Conveniently at Ibizu Station, with my broken Japanese, I managed to make an order. And let me tell you, I was the king of this place. I was the one everyone was worshiping, not Ibizu. You know why? Because I went to an Americanized restaurant. And you know what they used? Forks. And I knew that I was the best at using forks in that vicinity, at least on my table. I didn't order fish, a missed opportunity there. And right across the street, there be the shrine. Now this wasn't a shrine from the anime, I just wanted to go to an Ibizu shrine. Not too much to see here, but I do find it really cool that each god has its own logo. Some places I really wanted to see, but I couldn't. Yomi, the entrance to the land of the dead, was way too far. There was also Kofuku's shop. It would have been fun to go check that out and see if I can just hang out in the back, but most probably not. I really gotta give thanks to the Redditors that helped me find these locations. And huge thanks to Niza. I'm thinking about you out there. Maybe your nose is gonna twinkle. Now to show you the fun things I got and that box, I promise. Boom, this thing. It's a chain of keys. The seller included a photo and a nice card. Of course, I have 5 yen. Hello. Hey. While in Japan, I was super happy to find this Noragami book. I believe it's called Stray Stories, and it's mostly filler episodes of the Shinki. Shinkis are really cool. They're like weapons or accessories for gods. Well, they're technically a dead person that was brought back by God. What's really cool is they have amazing powers that the gods don't have. I was speaking to my brother the other day, and he was talking about Dragon Ball Z and how their gods have angels. It's kind of like that. I've actually never opened this up, so let's see what this is together. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I love paper stock so much. Listen to this. Ooh, it's in color. In color. Now, to show you what's in this box, and I am so excited about this box. I saw it already, okay? I did the opening, oh my god, there's something. I did that. This is a life-size version of the shrine that Hiyori made for Yato. And I am so happy this exists in my hands right now. Look, 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 look. In the back. Check this out. It's as if they watched my videos. A little light. This is from Happy Cat Mask Creation. It was a pleasure to talk about Noragami with you. It was so random that I just went to an Archambault. I started reading it for some odd reason. I just couldn't stop. If you haven't read it and you watched this far of the video, I recommend the manga way more than the anime. I never thought I was gonna be one of those guys, but I turned into the one who said, that's not like in the book. That's not like in the manga. They changed a couple things. The anime is good as well, don't worry. If you want me to go back to Japan, then consider joining this member VIP thing. Thank you. My friend Marco said it the best. The only book we read is at the bottom of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Cool, it's a hat.